I'm Rebecca.
I'm Caitlin.
I'm Nessa.
This is the Family Showdown!
Howdy folks, and welcome back to my top 100 games of all time as of 2019. With me is fellow life adventurer, Hunter. Today, we are going to explore my 40 through 31. Yes. We have arrived at all the good stuff.
Finally, good games.
They're all good games. But these are the really good games. But
what?
I'm going to call this 10 the Shocker 10. Because there's some interesting changes in this one that you may see. For example, there's one new game that's legitimately new to the list. One game has gone up. And 8 have dropped.
Punitation!
So,
Punitation.
buckle up, folks, and be prepared.
Oh, man, I am not looking forward to this.
Oh, we're going to start right off the bat with this fun. Okay, so my number 40 was my number 10 last year. For those of you that I know memorized my list, I'm totally kidding.
From 10 to 40. Wow.
Yes, 10 to 40. Okay. That is my buddy, Macau. Don't get me wrong. This game is still with it.
10
It's
to
got it.
40.
I think you're contagious. And my tastes have changed a little bit over time. Not that that's punishing this one so much because I love this game. But I've also, with some of the newer games that do some similar things, that kind of push this one down. Because I'm like, fresh and new. And I'm like, wait a second. That sounds like you.
I don't do that.
Yes, you do. You like new games.
No, I don't.
Yes, you do.
No, I don't.
You love new games.
No, I don't.
Your favorite thing to do is to try new games.
That's true, but it doesn't necessarily make the top of my list and push all my favorites down.
Well, we'll see.
I got one game in my top 20 that's new.
I can't say the same. And I blame you.
What?
This is fun. So, Macau is one of the...
How did it go down so far?
Again, I kind of said, like, there's some other games that do some similar things, and I don't know, but this is still... I think it's going to find somewhere in between. I think it'll settle somewhere.
Stefan Feld is crying.
Stefan Feld doesn't even care what I think about. I'm pretty sure he's not going, ooh, I need to design a game she'd like better. Yeah, I don't see him losing any sleep over this, but Hunter apparently will. So Macau, though, I like this because this is another one of those games that has kind of two things going on with it. It's got one side where you're working on this city and you have a little bit of a, like, trying to build a longest road thing as you're going through, and you're putting your little color pieces down as you're claiming some resources in an area. And you get certain victory points and things from doing that. On the other half of the map, you've got an actual map, and you're taking your little boat and you're going places and you're shipping goods to those places and getting a whole ton of victory points if you have a good collection of those goods. It's pretty hard to battle it out to get the goods off of the land because they're scattered all over the place, and you're also trying to get the longest road. So you may not always have a really good set, but if you race to beat other people to those islands, you get the better set of victory points because you can only sell goods off twice at these islands. And you get the good victory points score if you're the first one to go there. So it's a really fun balance. The point salad thing's still going on, but I just, this game is so smooth, it's so fun. And once we get back into playing it again, it takes like 2 minutes to remember the rules. It seems like this is another one of those that
this game sounds really, really good.
It is. It's my number 40.
Did you just go valid your own for a second there?
I'm making fun of you.
What?
You said, gosh, this is a really good game, because I know what you were going to say next. You're going to be like, it should be in your top 10. That's what you're going to say.
Well, no, it's my 31, so...
Oh, wait, you're giving me grief. You saw this! You saw this!
Oh, man.
Such
Poor
a good
Macau. Crying.
It's number 40.
What's 10?
Yeah, but not this year.
It's 4 times as bad now.
Oh my gosh. Make it sound like it's like the Richter scale or something. He's like, oh, 40. Oh, that's 40 times worse. No. That's not how that works. Well, you want to talk about your punishing. My number 39 was my number 7.
Oh my gosh, what are you doing here?
Like I said, there's been a little upheaval.
You sure you're not looking at your top 10?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm sure I'm not looking at my top 10. And this, you're not going to complain about this one because you don't like this one as much anyway.
Nah, I never really liked it.
Is one of the prettiest games that has been created, period. And that is...
created?
Yes. Yamatai. Oh my gosh, this is a gorgeous game. It's beautiful. It's got bright colors. And then you're taking your little pretty boats and you're floating around in between these islands and you can decide whether you want to take resources off the island or you can claim the island by the layout of how many different ships and the color combination that you put around them. It's kind of too much to explain right now, but what you do is you're doing that, and meanwhile you're making these little trains of boats and you're getting patterns and you're doing things for victory points. But what makes this game also really super cool is I really love the, I guess you would call it action selection, turn selection mechanism that they have, so that once you end your turn, you're going to go and choose there's a selection of actions that you get to pick from, and they have a ranking. So you'll get a really good action, but you're probably going to go last in the round next time. Or you can get kind of it's an okay action, but you're going to go first, and you get to pick and choose what you're going to be doing on the map next. I really like that. Really like how it balances the game out. A lot of fun. And that is Yamatai. And this is another one of those that's just that magical... You're going to see a lot of these in my level 40 and up. Same thing with Macau. It's that sweet spot. It's like 90-minute game. Plays awesome 2-player. Plays great at higher player counts as well. This one I think is 90 minutes. This is 40 to 80. So yeah, it's even shorter. And I want to say it probably is close to an hour game for us. Just magical. Magical. And I know you don't like it as much. What is it? You're 200?
147.
Wow, it's in his top 200. It's a miracle. Why is it you don't like this one as much? I'm curious. Like, because...
I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah, it's weird.
It's kind of just there.
Yeah, I don't know why. And I love it. I love the way it clicks. And you're like, oh, that's nice. It's so funny. I don't know. Yamatai. The quote for that one is, I don't know. But it's good. It's good. Love Yamatai. The next one, it did drop, but not very much. Because it was 34 before. Now it is 38. Yeah, I almost said 37. It's 38. So no complaining. It's still magical where it's at.
What?
That is Lorenzo il Magnifico. Mwah. C'est magnifique. This one is...
Lorenzo not so magnifico, apparently.
Dude, he only went down 3-4 spots. That's ridiculous.
Yeah, but he's my 21.
I can't help it if you're weird. So, like...
I love the cover.
I know. The cover is like, wow, I gotta get me this game. That's what this cover says. Actually, if it says that to you, we need to talk. But... inside, don't let, judge not the book by its cover, or the board game in this case, because inside is a very meaty little game with our buddy Lorenzo here, as you're going through and using dice to purchase, and you're purchasing things, but you're also it's like dice selection purchasing. What would you call this? Dice
action selection.
Is it just action selection? With dice?
Yes.
That sounds so boring.
Dice.
I want a new term.
The number on the dice decides how powerful your actions are.
Yeah, and they're ranked, so you can get some amazing things. Really cool card, extra perks and resources and stuff, but oh boy, is it expensive. Or there's down there where you might get some perks, or a cool card, but probably not both. That sort of thing. And so you're balancing that out. There's a whole bunch of different rules about how you can go into each column, and you have to pay somebody if you go into the same column as them. So there's like a little turf war going on while you're trying to do this. And meanwhile, you also have to keep watch of your faith level. I think it's called faith, isn't it? Is it faith?
Pure, no.
Or religion? I don't know. It's got a term, but it's like you're standing in the church, basically. Piety. I think it's piety. I think you're right. And if you don't look pious enough, oh my goodness, does this game punish you. You have some bad detriments that happen to you. So you really have to... And of course, the stuff that gives you extra piety is incredibly hard to come upon. So as soon as people see it, they're scrapping for it. And so you want to make sure that you reach that piety level, because every time they do that checkpoint, it all resets and you have to start building up your piety all over again. And it's tight. This was the tightest thing about this game. You're constantly keeping track of that. Meanwhile, you're building up on your own player board your little engine to produce your goods and stuff that will help you produce more resources / victory points. Really cool, very meaty game. You looking up what term it was?
Yeah, it's asking me because I don't think piety's right.
It's something like that. It's religion or piety or it's not holiness. It had
faith.
Oh, it was just faith. Okay. Although how you build up faith anyway with dice.
My faith is a bit dicey.
Yeah, I was gonna say Lorenzo, his faith is a bit dicey. So my number 37. It dropped a little bit, not too bad though. This one was 23 last year. This year it's 37. And it is a sandboxy goodness, but with pirates. That is the classically awesome Merchants and Marauders. If you want to go and be a nice merchant, a nice little merchant, floating around, going from port to port, trading goods, that's cool. You can do that. Or you can be a scurvy pirate who goes and robs said little innocent merchant and becomes an enemy of just about every port. Or you can be a merchant who decides to turn to a life of crime because merchanting turns boring, and you do both. Or you become a pirate and realize that you really can't land anywhere anymore and turn to a life of honesty. It's so much fun. You can choose and decide to do all sorts of different things. You can follow rumors. It's easy to
go good in this game.
No, it's not, and it's hilarious. But it's fun to try. And then so you can follow rumors. You can go and kind of do like pickup and delivery sort of things. You're doing merchanting. You can, again, pirate. And then every time you go to port, that's the only thing. Oh my goodness. You sit there and there's like 20 things you can do while you're in port. It's fantastic. You can do all sorts of things. You can hunt down some more rumors. You can go and repair your ship, get crewmen, do all of this stuff. So much fun. So much fun. And then they have a really cool expansion that we use most of the components for that adds things like I think it's wind direction. Isn't that right? Like a storm that goes through the sea. So that might affect how you're able to move. It might cost you 2 movement to go against the wind direction, for example. You have to fight with morale on your your crew. And if they get too morose, sailing the seas day after day, they're probably going to mutiny and cause all sorts of trouble. There's all these different little things that you can add to the game. I really enjoy it. I think the sea, what was the other one? We really liked the hurricane or whatever. What was the other one? We used a couple just all the time. I mean, it's to the point now where we don't remember which ones are actually part of the expansion and part of the base game because we play it so much with them. Awesome, awesome game. Let me guess. This is like your number 2?
No, I punitated it. It went from 10 to 47.
Oh, well, hey. So I punished it even less than you.
Because you didn't play it in the pseudo bad play we had when we played it.
Dodged a bullet. There you go. I think it's awesome.
I need to play it again. We omitted a variant that is almost required.
Ah, there you go. Shouldn't have done that.
Yeah.
Mistake.
C'est la vie.
That's right. This is where Hunter, if he's going to fall out of his chair, he's going to fall out of chair for this one. It was my number 6 last year.
6.
It is my number 36 now. He just laughed. Oh, poor Hunter. I think he's going to put out for a resume for a new gaming buddy. He ran away. Oh, dear. I'll continue on. Soldier on and all that. It's just so hard to get to the table that I punished it. It's still an amazing game. I still love every ounce of this game. But it is so difficult. So difficult to be able to get this to the table. It takes so long to play. It takes a really long time to set up that this is one of the games that we really struggle with to get to the table. We haven't gotten it to the table in a while. It's a very big bummer. Every time we play this game, we have something memorable that comes from it. I'm really scared now. I can see what's coming. Why do you have the cat? Why do you have the cat?
He's my only friend now.
Oh my gosh! Poor Smokey. He finally makes an appearance on film. Poor Smokey. Why do you have Sting? Oh my goodness. I think we may have technical difficulties. This game is Tolkien in a box. It's Lord of the Rings. It's all about the good peoples of Middle-earth as they're struggling to come to the realization that evil is upon them and they must gather together and declare war and actually go fight this. Meanwhile, they also need to find a way to destroy the ring. And evil's just there to mow over the rest of Middle-earth and take over. And it's good versus evil, ultimate smash battle of greatness. Sneaky little Frodo running around, turning invisible and hiding from them. There's a hunt every round where Sauron's trying to use his eye to search for him. It's so cool. The miniatures for this are ridiculous. I'll have to have Nessa paint them. But magnificent game. It's almost like reading the books again. It's that good. But like I said, it's here because it's really hard for us to get it to the table. Solve that problem and I bet it'll go right back up. Oh, he's lost the power of speech. Amazing.
This is the best game ever made. Anyone who says otherwise is trying to sell you something.
I have nothing to sell.
It doesn't make the sound anymore.
You killed the battery. It's finally died. After 10 years of it being bumped around by children and pets, I think the battery's probably dead.
Even Sting died today.
Oh, that's so sad. You probably just deafened everyone with that.
Deafened my life with that choice.
Oh my gosh. I told you.
Send resumes. Family Showdown YouTube channel.
All right. My number 35 is brand new to the list because it's a brand new game. We played it really recently. And it's good. That is Reavers of Midgard.
Not better than Lord of the Rings.
He's going to say that about all the other games on my list, so just get used to it.
The next 35 games.
I dare say this is better than Champions of Midgard. I don't know if somebody else agrees with that because he's too busy.
Not even close.
Stomping around
not
about War
even a little bit.
I like it better.
Okay, well, this is your list.
Yes, it is. Yes.
No matter how wrong it is.
Oh my goodness, somebody's bitter. Okay, if you've played Champions of Midgard, this is very similar. I think it's easier to get on the boats and do things. I think it's easier to maneuver around and get the dice you need to do what you need to do. It just feels like they streamlined it a little bit, maybe. I don't know. To accomplish what you need to do. I just like the way the game played better. I feel like I got punished less for rolling the dice. Now, I still really, really, really love Champions because Champions with the expansion, those 2 expansions that they had were amazing. And now if I stink at the dice, at least they can go to Valhalla and you get points and different things. You get some kind of
Chump charity.
Yeah, chump charity kind of prize for stinking it up. And I'm like, okay, at least I'm getting something out of this. But I don't feel like that one, I'm trying to remember that was really as necessary in this game, and I don't feel that I had that much of a problem with it. This one also plays... That's a pretty long game. It says 60 to 120 minutes. I think 2-player, it's probably in between 60 and 90 minutes for us still, because... probably by the time we play it next, it's probably down to 60 minutes again. It goes pretty fast the more you get used to playing it, of course, because it's pretty easy to pick back up again. And I just realized as I did this, they textured the cover to this. It's slightly raised in places. Like the shield here, it sticks out and the little people down here stick out. That's really weird. And the water around the ship. I'm so confused. The ship is like...
Welcome to the random channel.
I'm sorry, it was weird. I'm not used to it. Most of the boxes are flat. That's very strange. Anyway, but I don't know. What do you think? I mean, it's pretty similar, wouldn't you say? I mean, it does almost the exact same sorts of things. It just seems to
It's similar, but there's big differences. There's multi-use cards.
Well, that's true. That's what I think is streamlined about it, honestly, is the
cards. A lot
cards.
bigger on the set collection than Champions has set collection, but it's a lot bigger on the set collection.
Yeah.
There's more options of things to do. There's 2 ways to fight the monsters. You can use your dice in 2 different ways when you fight them.
That's
right.
See, when you say that, I'm remembering stuff that I had forgotten about, even that I really liked. I forgot about the dice being used differently.
So this isn't on my list because we played this for the first time since I made the list.
Yeah, it was like in between the 2 lists. So, but yeah, he's good. And yeah, I forgot about that. You're right. There was a lot more. That's the kind of stuff I like too, which explains why I like it more. The set collection and all that kind of good stuff. It just seems like it's more my speed, my shtick. It adds a little bit more of that element to it.
I can see that, but it's not better than War of the Ring.
Oh my gosh, broken record.
Tell me another game that's not better than War of the Ring.
Oh my goodness. So my number 34 dropped just a little bit. It was my 28 last year. And I know that Hunter has cooled on this a little bit because I think I'm trying to remember the reason why you said you didn't like it as much, but I'm sure he'll explain. Rajas of the Ganges.
Rajas.
So.
Rojos.
No. Don't listen to him. He'll teach you terrible English. What is neat about this game, there's a lot going on. There's all these different places on the board where you go to do different things, and they give you, like, is it fame? It's fame and money, right? Is it fame?
Something like that.
Fame or popularity.
Victory points.
It's victory points. We all know that's victory points. So you get fame and you have money. They're 2 different tracks. They're going opposite directions on the board. So what's cool about this is when you get the 2 tracks to cross, that's when that triggers the end of the game. And the gap that you create, like the larger the gap between the 2 after they've met, is how you win the game. So it's interesting. You may want to do almost exclusively money. And so you're going to cross over and you're hardly doing any popularity. You might do half and half. There's so many different tactics for this game, which is one of the reasons I really enjoy that. You can build up an engine. If just an opportunity presents itself and you're like, I can make money really quickly with this game, take that track and you can, try to race everyone else to it. And they also have this little river track. Like you can go down the river and you get like free goods here. And then you go over here and you get, you can trade in goods and stuff for other types of goods. So you can get set collections so that when you trade them out, you get better bonuses and things like that. There's all these different little pockets of this all over the board. And I like the way it played. I thought it was pretty cool. It's another one of those that says 45 to 75 minutes. So it's probably right around the hour for us. Trying to think if there's anything else. That's pretty much, that's really what stands out to me as being really cool. Oh, the player turn selection was kind of interesting too, because do we have to pay? Is it one of those that you pay, or you just put the meeples in order? I'm trying to remember if we draw them.
No, there's no weird. You can just buy first player.
That's right. You can buy first, and then it's just luck of the draw kind of thing, right?
No, you pay to get first player, and then it's clockwise or something like that.
Oh, was it? Okay. I couldn't remember.
And I think first player passes or don't pass. I don't remember.
Yeah, it was something interesting.
Yeah, I don't like this game near as much as you. It's my 92.
Wow, you dropped it a lot.
Kind of 67.
Yeah.
To 92. Yeah, I completely figured out how to do the income. Like
that's true, you did.
It's like every game I get income. In fact, I got so efficient with income. The last time we played, I maxed my income out and lost the game because I couldn't get any more income.
You did have no fame. You had like no fame.
I had like 4 fame points.
Yeah, it was ridiculous.
And I had no way to get fame points. So it's a losing strategy, but it's like I just know to do these things and you make just ridiculous amounts of money. So it's just, it seems like I play the games every time. It's my own fault. I think I've explained this before. Maybe on my list is I play the game the same way every single time I play, and that's just boring. It's boring to me.
You gotta mix it up.
No, because I look at it and go, okay, I can make tons of money, and I play that way every time.
There you go. I don't have that problem. I think it's awesome. I try something different every time and have a blast with it. So
that's just me. I'm not very imaginative.
Good grief.
Not better than War of the Ring.
Oh my gosh, I was just waiting for that. All right. My number 33. It dropped a little bit. It was my 24 before. 9 spots, but it's pretty stable considering that we play it kind of haphazardly here and there and everywhere. But every single time we play it, We have a ball, and it is fantastic. And if you're not super shy, Wallflower-esque, I so want to play Time's Up with you. It is so much fun. Actually, we've kind of figured out our own solution for that too. If you're shy, but you want to play this game, we just have those people be a guesser. And then the crazy people, aka us, will do the acting part, and then they can guess. And it gets to play in teams. Oh, that's right. He's so shy and reserved. Look at him. Yep. So, this game, you're taking, this is title recall, so it's like song titles, movie titles.
Books.
Oh yeah, it was books too. Like famous classic books and things like that. And you have to, there's 3 rounds. The first round you can sing, dance, act, the works, and you just have to get through as many as you can. Then the next round, you get to use 1 word and 1 word only for your clue. But you can also use gestures. And then in the final round, you cannot say a peep. You can only use gestures. It is hilarious. There's always a running gag, or 10, running through the game. The teams are always a riot. And every time we've played, there's just been something that somebody does that ends up being like the anti-clue. Someone screws up something really badly. It's usually on the other team and everyone's watching. So we're like, we're going to use that as our clue for that next time. And of course, everyone laughs their head off because they know instantly what that was now. And so you just kind of keep this. And there's another one of those where memories are made. You remember that time when it always comes up when we play this game. Absolutely. Love, 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 love. Time's Up. You have nothing to say to this. Because it's awesome. No better than War of the Ring.
See, she even knows. No, it's a great game. I enjoy it. It's my 55.
For a party game on Hunter's list, that's insanely high. Just saying. That's pretty cool. All right. Another one that got punished. A little bit. Not really sure why this one got punished. Probably because we haven't gotten to play it much in a while. So I probably just need a refresher play, as you will. This is my number 32. It was 13 before.
Oh my.
I told you this list was a shocker. And that is
what?
Andrew Park's beautiful.
I officially like this better than you now.
What? What's your list for this?
23.
What? No way. That's weird to me. We need to have a rematch.
I think you just took your list and made 100 cards and just shuffled them up. And that was your list. I'm thinking that's
wow.
I'm pretty sure that's what happened.
Is that so?
Yeah.
Yeah, with War of the Ring especially, right?
Yes, especially War of the Ring.
Yeah. So this game is A, it's in space, because that's awesome. B, it's deck building. And C, the combination is just awesome. So what you're doing is you're going to have endgame core worlds, and they're big, meaty suckers worth lots of victory points. Unfortunately, they're really hard to get. So you have to do a few rounds beforehand building up your deck / your armies to be able to get those. In the meantime, you're getting some of the lesser planets, taking over those that help you produce more goods and things that you can use to help bolster your army, get you ready for that big final battle as you attack, hopefully, the core world that no one else is fighting against to get your most victory points. And of course, all those minor worlds and stuff are worth victory points too. Everything kind of chains off of itself. I just love the gameplay for this. Once we learn it and then we pull it back out again, it's a real quick... And again, you kind of see, again, the theme with this, with a lot of these games that I really like. It takes just a few minutes to get back into the game and you're done. You don't have to go through and completely reread the rules and then, okay, everybody, this is what this card is. You don't do that. You don't do a complete reteach when you have to go back into this. And I love that. And that's including all of the expansions and stuff. We have a whole mess of the expansions for this. And they just add more variety to what's there. There's not a whole lot that really change up the game, which is really nice. And I love that. It makes the replayability high. You've got a lot of variety. Car Worlds.
We're in wacky upside down world right now. Help me.
Oh my goodness.
She made a deck building, space themed game in her 30s.
Yeah? And there will be more.
Something's wrong here. I do not like that game more than you. That's just not right. It's not right.
All right, I don't even know if I can pick up this last game. It's ridiculous. This box. So, it's gone up. Hunter's going to be like, oh, wacky, wacky land. Here we go. It was my 41 last year. Jumped up a little bit. And I think it's because I just enjoy playing this. I don't even think we got the last expansion. We're like done with the expansions for this. We just like to play it. I mean, I almost want to play just the base game and what is it, the first or third expansion and call it good. Like, we don't even use all of it because it's just like, I think they kind of overcomplicated what was there, and it's just a beautiful, simple game that is now a monstrous box of death. Whoa. That Hunter hates. I mean, tolerates, my bad. Mystic Veil. I love deck building. Again, it's another deck builder. And it's card crafting, so you've got these transparent cards that you get to put in a third of each at a time. And you are building up your own cards and making your own sort of mega deck. So do you want to spread out all these good cards? Do you want to make some mega awesome cards? You get to choose that on the fly as you're going and building up your deck to try to get the most victory points. And then it's a race. You have a pool of victory points that you need to get. Oh my goodness. He did not. Anyway, that you have to like pull from. So once that pool of victory points is gone, that triggers the end of the game. You can still get more, but that's what triggers it. And most victory points wins. I just love playing with this game. Hunter has serious issues with this game.
So it's my 164. I can almost guarantee it will not be on my list next year. Because, multiple reasons. This game started out really good, really interesting.
It did.
It was very gimmicky. And then every expansion just kind of convoluted, convoluted. And
we don't like it.
Kind of convoluted. The whole Night and Dark thing was kind of cool because it gives you more cards to pick
That's
from.
That's the expansion we want to keep.
But it really is. Is
that sounds like a little Atari game theme song for playing it. I just remember Atari.
Womp womp, busted. I mean, it's just the same thing over and over again.
Can we record that? Is that just the background sounds? Can we have background music when we play this now? Whoop, 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 whoop. Every time you bust. But you're right. That's what it was. It was the Light and Dark, whatever expansion that was. That's the one we want to keep, and the rest of it we're like, eh. So, yeah, I know what you put. I know what you wrote. It was either help me, I'm taking resumes, or still not as good as War of the Ring. I knew it was one of those two messages.
It's alright. If you like deck building, it's very gimmicky. Buy the base game. Don't go further than that.
You don't need
Play
to.
it a couple times, then throw it in the garbage.
Oh my gosh. Do not listen to him. It's my number 31. It's good. Oh, I didn't realize this was the top 100 hard sell. Okay.
You said it was a shocker. I'm in shock. This is how I react. I throw hands.
Now you have to go back and watch our ridiculous episodes on Tuesday nights to understand what is going on in here. This is crazy. Crazy town is going on right now. So, now that Hunter is shocked, probably has PTSD.
I don't know if I can survive 30 more of this craziness.
It settles down for the most part. I mean, everything above this is solid. And I really feel...
Yeah, now we're finally getting to some solid games.
Oh my gosh. What surprises me is how many new games really affected me this time. There were some really good games
Cult of the New.
No.
No.
Now, they might sink a little bit. They might. But I think they're fairly stable. Fairly stable. I'm looking at them right now, and they're really good games. There's only one that... I don't want to spoil it. I'll tell you then. You're going to have to watch. In fact, it's not next one. It's the one after that. Now you know. Spoilers. But stay tuned. Next time I'm going to go through my 30 through 21, and you can see what I'm talking about when I say I think this is stabilizing. I think everything in this top 30, they might shift around a little bit, but I think everybody in here... top 40, I guess. War of the Ring included, of course. Is pretty much here to stay. These are good games. I don't see them dropping off my list anytime soon. So, stay tuned. Find out. I'm sure Hunter disagrees. You'll find out. Bye.